Hi, this is Mandy, and I'm talking to you tonight about fashion and how it inspires your writing. You know, when I think of fashion, I think of Vogue magazine, I think of designers, I think of labels, and I have to be honest, I have no clue when it comes to designers. I mean, I know enough to know that Jimmy Choo is expensive and that it's usually shoes, I'm pretty sure. But I mean that's about it for me. You know, it's if a character's wearing a name brand, half the time I end up on Google to try to figure out what they're talking about. So for me, fashion's a little bit more basic, and how it inspires my writing is a little bit more here instead of up here. So for me, it's about the tactile, the nature of the fabric, the flow of the fabric, the weight of the jewelry, the way the character feels in what they're wearing. You know, I like to use tells a lot. I like to involve my reader's senses in my writing. So I like them to hear things. You know, so often in writing, we write about what we see in this movie that's in our heads, but we don't really tell what we hear. And I like to know about the swish of the skirt as she walks down the stairs, the way it feels against her legs, the sound it makes when it brushes up against a wet rose bush. I want to know about the weight of the earrings against her cheek, the way that it swings and hits her chin just so. I want to know about the way his jacket is too tight and it doesn't quite fit, and the way he's a little uncomfortable in it. The twisting of the ring, you know, like, oh, you know, is she worried? Is she stressed? It's those little tells that make the characters more three-dimensional to me. And when I'm reading a book, those are the little bits and pieces that start to build this world inside my head. So I think as a writer, our job is to try to take the movie that we're seeing in our head and put it on paper, and then have our reader recreate it in their heads. And they need all those different dimensions. And fashion and clothing and jewelry, they play such a huge part, a huge role in how our characters are not just perceived from the outside, but also how they're feeling. So I think probably my bottom line is you know, when you think of fashion and writing, don't get overwhelmed with thinking that you need to look up some designers and see exactly what a dress or a skirt or a suit or a hat looks like, but maybe get an idea of what it feels like and how it feels to the character that you're writing. So I hope this was a bit of help, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.